The first mod I reviewed, coincidentally, last year, on September 27th, 2015, was Super Turbo Lighting Mod by Essenthy. That's what Google Translate says it is, so that's what we shall go with. Over the course of the year, The Witcher 3 has had all of its expansion packs released to critical acclaim. The game itself was pretty much revolutionary in the gaming industry, in the sense of it showed and proved that you could have an action RPG with an adult storyline that didn't cater to a younger audience, dumb itself down, or live a rehashed formula. Much like The Witcher 3 has evolved, so has Super Turbo Lighting Mod, which is now on version 3.1. This mod's overall goal was to mimic the original art design of the pre-downgrade of the 2014 build of The Witcher 3. The VGX trailer, which was infamous for being insanely beautiful. Everyone was like, oh my god, melt my face graphics and immersion to be downgraded for console consumption. That is the only purpose of this mod. It does not add anything or remove anything. This is not supposed to be better than vanilla. It is made specifically for those who preferred the original look of the game before the downgrade. Now, version 3.1 has fixed No Man's Land saturation. It also fixed the cloud exposure issues and texture compatibility HD rework. So this is capable of working in conjunction with HD Rework Project, which has also been updated to 4.01. I'm using that in this video as well. This mod revamped every zone, starting with the original settings. Now zones have a more distinct feel between each other. I could read these fixes verbatim for anyone to gather that this is a major visual overhaul, not to outdo vanilla, but to give you an alternative. In time, there will be many reshades that incorporate this. There's currently one out right now called Subtle Reshade for Super Turbo Lighting Mod. There's nothing that I can say that I haven't already said. There's nothing that I can do to persuade you to check this out. I can only give it my full endorsement. I personally like Super Turbo Lighting Mod, as it was one of the first mods that I used for The Witcher, and one of the longest running mods I've used for The Witcher. It is still showing that it has tremendous strength and legs. Even after a year, the mod author has taken the time to continuously work on this, revamp it, expand its overall presentation. I love the look of sunsets. I love the look of sunrise. I love the clear skies with this mod. Hopefully soon, actually there is someone working on a mod that will give some reworked textures for the clouds. I cannot wait for that personally. And overall, this is a feast for the eyes. It is something that you can truly engorge yourself with visually. The lighting changes, though subtle, yet so impactful. It's hard to put to words what I feel towards this mod because it is a beautiful piece of work. This is one of the crowning jewels and shining achievements on the Nexus and for PC modding in general. I feel that stuff like this is a catalyst that would move people who are sick of the proprietary console experience that completely shuts you off from the freedom that can be found in PC gaming. If this isn't reason enough for you, I don't know what is. If you are playing the vanilla Witcher game and you just want a slight change, if you don't even remember the VGX trailers, if you're new to The Witcher, if you want a bit more immersion, I would urge you to try out this mod because it's truly worth your time. It's a simple install, no pain, no hassle, one click and you're done, and you can enjoy The Witcher in another level. The lighting is perfect for so many cutscenes and situations that just draw you further in to the story itself, in my personal opinion. I would also suggest downloading More Shadows by DJ Krovik, I believe his name is. You may have noticed it, it's hard to miss, but if you look at my game, you'll notice that certain areas where there's fire going on, there's shadow and light play. This is because I'm using that mod in conjunction with Super Turbo Lighting Mod. And frankly, this mod is something you should use with any lighting mod or reshade simply for the immersion factor alone. I can't wait to see what comes later on with this mod. I can't wait to see what my favorite reshaders come up with to work with this mod. The future is quite interesting. Oh, but I will remind you that there is no support for Toussaint. That's why you do not see any footage of that area, because this mod does not support Toussaint in the Blood and Wine DLC anymore. I'm sorry about that. I don't know about you, but personally, I've always found the guards in Velen, in Novigrad, and so on to be quite rude when you're just walking past them in The Witcher 3. You could be minding your business and they tell you to get on, tramp, you're next to burn, freak, so on and so forth. Oftentimes I've said to myself how I'd love to just hit this guy in the head with my sword and end him. But unfortunately, the creators of The Witcher decided to make guards godlike for some reason. You can kill monsters and they can't, but they can drop you like a bad habit. Now no longer. This mod, Guards Down Leveled and Mortal by WonDoe, is fantastic. It's simple. You just download it, click it in, and it works. I've had a lot of issues with guard mods before that didn't work for me, but this one, no, it's just plug and play. And this one, plug and play, works great for me. No issues. It's also compatible with the non-Game of the Year version 3.1. City guards are scaled down to your level. They're now killable. No coin loss if they beat you. And no time change during unconscious state. So this is a fun little mod I suggest you check out, especially if you have a bone to pick with a couple of those filthy guards. This mod is the Grindstone and Workbench charges. You might have noticed that I had my HUD on for a change during the fights with the guards. That's because I was showing off this great mod by PK Cheap. Now, this mod alters the way the Grindstones and Workbench buffs work. Instead of being on a timer, they will now use charges like oils, which decrease when you deal or take damage respectively. The reason the mod author made this is because he found that having the weapons decrease in sharpness over time regardless of if they are being used or not was simply not realistic. The mod author also felt that this mod will remedy that problem. Upon activating either buff, Geralt will receive 100 charges for his weapon upgrade and 25 charges for his armor. Each buff will last until the charge counter reaches 0. The bonuses remain the same as vanilla, 15% damage, 5% armor. The mod author is planning on a couple of updates for this mod down the road, and I personally can't wait to see what he does. I like it and I will continuously use this mod. Hopefully bringing this to your attention might also steer you towards it, because frankly, due to the way the vanilla buffs worked, I often didn't bother ever using the Grindstone or Armor Workbench, but now that it's set up like this, there's more incentive to even bother with it, and that is a fantastic change. I think they say that genius is seeing what everyone else sees and thinking what no one else has thought, and PK Cheap is definitely delivered here. Last but not least is Naked Geralt by Ninivekha. I'm guessing it's Italian. What this mod does, this mod replaces Geralt's underwear and or nude body models with a nude model with a proper male anatomy. There are many mod options. Please take a look at the images and choose which one you like, and only one of the main files should be installed at a time. None of the models have a low poly. The mod author has never managed to get them to work properly. The nude replacer replaces underwear, towel, and nude models. There's a small penis, medium penis, big penis, and large penis. Frankly, some of these dick sizes are so huge it's ridiculous. Like, they're unrealistic. And that's fine, because that's been going on with boob moths forever. I mean, Jesus Christ. There's no way Geralt's pants would fit with the large model. It's almost funny. Personally, I say the small or medium or more realistic. Probably small, though. After using this mod, the only gripe I wish would happen now is I hope somebody does, like, a nude skin replacer for Geralt, because I feel like the textures on Geralt's skin is just kind of weak. Like, it's just not a high enough poly count. Also, they need to give Geralt more muscles in his legs. There's no way your top half is that ripped and your bottom half is like that. It's like Geralt skipped leg day every day of his life. I don't know, I guess it never like occurred to me because those underwear were so huge and you never bothered looking at Geralt without clothes on because he just had those goofy underwear that were almost laughable. And now it makes me sit here and scrutinize the body design. Like, he needs buffer legs. That's just my personal opinion. Gundam, who cares? It's not boobs. Yeah, well, yeah, just saying. My personal opinion. I would recommend this mod, especially if you are looking for more immersion. Personally, I wonder why Geralt would bother those gigantic pantaloon underwear anyway. On top of that, there's so many female naked mod replacers, it makes perfect sense that there's finally a male one for Geralt, and I completely welcome it. Well, that's gonna do it for me. Yeah, if you feel like it, rate, comment, subscribe. You know, I can't actually give more of a fuck than me. And adios, bichachos. I have no idea what I'm gonna do next. I think I just have dyslexia. Wait, no, that's not dyslexia. No! Damn cat eating shit he shouldn't.